Check this out. I'm like holding this, I'm whisking this. Hi friends, I'm Ananda, food editor at Real Simple Magazine, and today I'm going to show you how easy it is to make gravy at home. Okay, so turkey just came out of the oven, and we're going to transfer it to the cutting board so that we can get all the pan juices that are in here that's going to make your gravy so delicious. Here I like to use tongs to pick up the bird gently, and I just like to get my hands in there. It will be a bit hot, so be careful, but you can use other tongs or a spatula to help you out. Let it rest for at least 30 minutes so the juices redistribute. You want to have juicy, tender meat. You don't want dry meat. I also threw the neck in here that you'll find living inside of the turkey once you get it. Let's just move that aside for now, but I wanted you to see that you can use it and it adds flavor to it. So you're going to strain the pan juices. And I like to do it with a fine mesh strainer or strainer over a large measuring cup, or a large bowl is fine. I like to use a corner of the pan so it doesn't splatter everywhere. And get those pan juices in there. Make sure you wear an apron. It can, you know, get a little bit everywhere. Okay, so now we have all the pan juices in here, and we're going to want to transfer it to our fat separator. This sneaky guy is awesome. You don't need one, but we do really like it when it comes to Thanksgiving because you don't want a greasy gravy. A fat separator separates the fat from the pan juices that you want to use in your gravy. So the reason why I strain the pan juices into the measuring cup is so that I can easily just pour it in here without making a big mess. So you can see the pan juices are already separating from the fat, but we want to let this sit for about 10 minutes to make sure that it happens as it's supposed to. So I'm going to clean up, come back to this in 10 minutes, and we're going to go make gravy. So the best way to make gravy is in the roasting pan. There are brown bits in here, and it's exactly what you want to get maximum flavor in your gravy. So we're going to start with half a cup of dry white wine. Hear that sizzle. Get all those brown bits that I just told you about, whisk them, and get them into the liquid. It smells so delicious. Maybe stay away from an oaky Chardonnay because that might impart too much flavor on the gravy that you don't want, but Pinot Grigio, Sauvignon Blanc is where it's at. It's already evaporating now. This is what I mean. You'll see it rise. I smell it. It smells really good. So you want to do that for about 1 to 2 minutes. We are going to add half a stick of butter. Let that melt. You are adding the butter because you're making roux. A roux sounds scary and intimidating, but it is not. It is what's actually going to thicken the gravy, and likely you've done it before. So I see the butter bubbling, I see the brown bits, I smell a little bit of what's left of the wine, and here's a half cup of flour. I'm gonna add that in slowly. You don't have to add it all at once. You wanna incorporate it into all bits of the pan. So you kinda wanna like sprinkle it throughout the pan. Get it with that butter. And you want to cook it down, and you'll smell it. It'll smell beautiful. It's going to be nutty and toasty, and you want to cook down the flour so it doesn't taste like flour. So this happens for about 2 minutes, and you're just going to keep whisking around the pan. And now I'm going to add 4 cups of chicken stock. If you got ahead of your Thanksgiving game plan, you can use turkey stock. If you made your own turkey stock, you want 4 cups. If not, chicken stock works great. So the pan juices have been sitting for 10 minutes, and the fat has risen to the top. So we're going to sneak these guys in here, keep whisking to make sure that it all gets incorporated nicely. The brilliant things about fat separators is that you see all that fat is just chilling on top. But alternatively, you could put it in a bowl, let it sit, skim the fat off with a spoon. But this is what's giving the gravy not only flavor, but that really nice color. So this is all the fat that you don't want in your gravy because you don't want a greasy gravy. So I'm just gonna put that to the side. You can discard that. So you're cooking it down for 8 to 10 minutes so that it thickens and it's a nice, luxe, smooth gravy. You see how that's thickening up? It's a little thicker than it was a few seconds ago. Once you get to this stage, things move very quickly, so keep an eye on it. You don't want it to get too thick. I'm gonna taste it before I season it. It is so good with the acidity of the lemons and the wine, the onion and the carrot that we threw in there when we were making the turkey. So I'm gonna season it with a nice pinch of salt. Another one for good luck. And some pepper. Freshly ground black pepper is the trick for everything. I know some people like to use white pepper when it comes to gravy because you won't see the flecks, but I like the pepper flakes. So the seasoning is on point. I'm gonna take this off the heat. So we carved up our turkey. I'm making my Thanksgiving plate. I'm gonna get that gravy all up on this plate and it's gonna be, look at this. It's so nice and thick and delicious. I'm just gonna get it on there. I'm going to add even more because I want more. And I'm gonna add some cracked pepper on top. And that's it. Look at that. Guys, we made gravy today. You learn how easy it is to make gravy at home. And as long as it's hot, doesn't matter what temperature of any other dishes, make sure your gravy's hot, get it on the plate, come back for more. See you later.